Hey everybody, Jeremy Redmond here, founder of Task Magic with Kyle.
How's it going?
Hey Kyle, how are you, man?
Doing good.
Well, hey. Okay, so we're really excited, kinda. We've been dragged by force to relaunch on Appsumo. Is that true or not true, Kyle?
That is true.
Okay. Lovingly, it's in our contract. We have to come back. I guess if we would have said no, they would. But like, we love the AppSumolings. Okay, we do. They've helped us. They've provided everything that we've wanted, both community and feedback. Right, and we've delivered in return. We believe, and we're going to go over everything we've given since our last launch. Okay, so a couple things we've learned a few things as well before we get into just the features, and those are edge cases versus bugs. Okay, and we want to highlight this video. So if you're thinking about buying, please watch this video, like the difference between a bug and an edge case feature. Okay, so that is very important. Number one. Okay, that itself is needed to understand, because at this point we've had well over a year, like we've had 8 months since our last launch with AppSumo, and we've done nothing but fix bugs and add features that you guys have wanted. Now there are some still outstanding, but being a small team and making sure we're building the right things, there are important things that we need to focus on, and there are things that are upvoted. Right. So one person out of 4,000 might get like a little edge case, right, that we need to handle, and we know and we agree. Right. So it's just about reading the things. There are important structural things that we need to focus on. Then after the important things are done, we start going through the features that have been upvoted most. So edge cases versus bugs, right? That's a big one. So a lot of things right now are just edge cases. So watch that. There are no, I will say this, during onboarding, recording simple flows, there are no bugs right now. And if they are, dude, we had one a couple weeks ago where someone reported as a bug, again, lovingly, not angry, and it ended up being an edge case for a screen size issue, right, Kyle? Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, I thought you were going
Something.
down the path of another one. They were trying to build an automation that was doing a simple Google search. But if you go to google.com, the search icon they display isn't even clickable. So it wasn't going to be
Yeah.
possible
Okay.
at all, even if you're using normal Chrome. So some
Yeah,
things
that's
are
another
just
one.
confusing and seem like a bug. But
Yeah.
anyways,
It
yes.
might seem like a bug, but again, we're trying to automate the internet, which is this boiling the ocean video that we really want to bring your attention to. Okay. So we released this a little bit ago, and how we're just pushing updates, how we're doing a lot of things, and we're boiling the ocean. Might not be great, might not be the best strategy, but that is what. So watch this. Okay. If you're interested in Task Magic. Now, again, I guess the last video I want to call attention to is the price between AppSumo and what's listed on our site. So essentially, in short, every feature is the same, right? It just has different tiers. So tier 4 and tier 5, right, that are added, and this goes through that. They actually have other features than tier 1, 2, and 3 do. And then if you go to the limited plan on our website, that plan just has will build stuff for you. That's just a human. We charge more because there's humans doing things. And we will in the future open it up to customers as well to build things for other people. One of the biggest things with boiling the ocean, and why we say it takes creativity and community, okay? Meaning you kind of opting into letting us know about the edge cases if you're using edge case sites or things, right? That's why we do AppSumo. That's why we're gonna build the community. If we skip down, and we are launching our school community in the next week or two, definitely in the next 2 weeks. So it takes creativity and definitely community. We've learned that over the last 8 months. So we're building around those things. Again, It's very important to know or understand. Easy flows are easy to build. Harder flows are harder to build. If you want something very hard or you don't know, or it's using 8 steps of conditional logic, it's it's all possible. Just let us know what you're doing and we'll help as much as we can. Kyle, anything to add to that?
No, that's it.
Okay.
I mean, it's
So
true.
again,
Easy is easy, hard is hard.
right. And again, we do have here in when you do new automation or you come on board as a new customer, you'll go to guided templates to learn how this tool works, right? Do the start here piece, right? This will walk you through on how it works, right? Because start here is just filling out a form and doing these things, and you see these things working. You get an email sent to you, right? It's showing you what automation is and how it works, how browser automation works. So, okay, so we covered that. Now, um, one of the biggest things is we've improved coverage on sites and deleted coverage. Is that what that's supposed to be?
I
Like
don't know
deleted
why you added that.
and covered. No, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not editing this. So improved coverage on site. Oh, expanded. I think it was expanded coverage on most traffic sites. I think. Okay. So again, LinkedIn, Facebook, Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT. These sites that most people want. They are a constant retool. So again, if an edge case doesn't work, we keep doing it. We've expanded that coverage on that site, on a lot of those sites, on a handful of those sites, the top 10, 20, 30, maybe 40, 50. Kyle, would you say?
We've expanded quite a bit.
Okay.
Definitely quite a bit.
So you have to also think about things like you might need a proxy IP. Whether you get it from us, which is just a service we use that we give to you, and we will mark that up soon. So buy as many as you can or get tier 5. You can also, we built a feature or a setting for you to add your own if you already have them. So you might need to do that, right? You might need to add cookies. We built that as a feature since AppSumo last time. We didn't have adding cookies, and we streamlined that flow. Also, we just added Chrome profiles. Okay. So you might need to manage both of those back and forth. And we have a lot of videos and docs on these two things, correct, Kyle?
Very much so.
Great. So you just have to be, because they're the most traffic sites, they have certain detection things that we work around, and they're constantly being retooled. So as for features, and we're going to run down a feature list, it is added a bunch of apps, okay, which is our active pieces. We use the open source active pieces. We built that in. We also contributed to the open source version of active pieces. So if you're already an active pieces customers, you can get some of those apps. For a time, we were one of the top, you were one of the top contributors, right, Kyle?
I had a busy week, I think.
Yeah. So great. So again, we've also integrated those apps inside of recordings. So you can go from click this, type this to add a step using an app, right? An action step using an app. That's really great. We made an entirely new user-friendly UI, as you can see here. Okay. It's more navigatable. It's more like kind of Notion like, right? Tallyform like, whatever. So we added a new guided mode, right? This kind of shows you and teaches you, oh, by the way, we added suggested steps, Kyle. So, and that's really important.
Oh, we added that right down the list, but okay.
Huh?
I thought that was down the list for it, but maybe not.
No, I don't think so. Okay, we'll see. So guided mode. This guides you, right? A lot of technical people might not need it, but a lot of new people do. And again, it's very much a point. We make a point to be, you have to know what you're doing inside, and we kind of show you what you should be doing so that you kind of learn and pick it up. Like click this. So again, it's tell us you're going to click something. So in the prompt window on the left, you click it, you do the thing, and then you confirm the step. And we kind of coach you through that. So we made that guided mode so it's a lot easier to use. Suggested steps. a lot of people might forget to tell us what they're doing, but the browser window will still pick up your 1, 2, 3 steps. The black window will go across it, and then you will be able to it will pick up those steps and then show you suggest those 3 suggested steps. You clicked here, you typed this, and then you pasted that, whatever. You can then hit the green check mark or the red X, depending, and then you'll be able to go record again. Is there anything you want to add to that, Kyle?
Nope, that's it. That's what it
Okay.
does.
Suggested steps are very important because, again, a lot of people were misstepping and not knowing what they were doing, and then their flow would fail. So a lot of these things are things that we put in place or controls we put in place so you know what you're doing, all right? And we're teaching you. If you miss something, we show you what you missed. Guided templates for LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. That's good. We have a lot more ones. Adding apps as triggers. Okay, so now you can trigger not just schedule, list, or a loop list, and webhook. You also have all the over 200 apps that we have that you can trigger to. So we rebuilt the recording process to make it easier. Carl, is there anything you want to expand on that?
No, I think that kind of fits with the guided mode of us retooling the entire recording process.
Okay, cool. We've added the ability to interact with Chrome extensions on the front end. That's really cool. Taking screenshots, right? So you can now take screenshots, and we actually have a video on our YouTube and in our docs where we have a flow where you can take screenshots and then upload them and interpret them in Gemini or Dolly or some of these, right?
It was Gemini and Gemini and ChatGPT, Dolly, whatever
Okay.
ChatGPT
Great.
is.
So new tab recording. So you can record and pick it up in new tabs, and kind of tells you that. Reading PDFs. There's a PDF app that we added. You can either take a screenshot of a PDF or download a PDF and then upload it that way and read it as well. Simple chat bots. So step reordering, right? You can now reorder steps on the fly. Wait for user input, right? So you can pause the flow, wait for user input, then they go do something, and then the flow continues. CAPTCHA solving, right? That's a big one. Nested loops, so loops within loops. Kyle, stop me if you want to add any other context to this.
No, you're good. I think
Paste
it
as
hits for
human
whoever
typing.
knows it. Yep.
What is that one? Paste as human typing.
This was just we always used to type everything. It would always type letter by letter. This made it so that it pastes it instead.
Yeah, cool.
Like Command V instead of typing. But yeah.
Enable continued recording for each step. What's that one?
You used to have to go through a re-record process anytime you wanted to rebuild your automation, which looking back at is pretty terrible. This allows you to now really easily test all of your steps in your automation. And if you want to add to your automation, you just click the green plus and then record. It launches the window just like it was before and allows you to continue building.
That's great. Okay. Monthly scheduled triggers, right? And then we added a couple other ones that were like 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Customer runtime. Or is that custom runtime?
Custom runtime.
Custom runtime.
Whoops. So you could set a max runtime. So this is people that set automations that kind of loop and scrape forever. This way it only runs for 10 minutes in case it has some kind of logic that made it run all the time.
Amazing. Use variables inside selectors. That's kind of cool. You can use variables like everywhere now, right, Kyle? File names, things like that, everywhere.
Yeah, it should be covered everywhere at this point.
Custom cron jobs. Quickly, what's a cron job?
It's a schedule. So like every hour, every day, every week, those are all cron jobs. This allows you to say every 22 and a half minutes in case we don't have the option that you want.
Okay. Randomized delays. Great. That's a good one. Adjust screen size, right? So if you want to run your flow on an adjusted
screen size
or preset it. Yep. We have defaults too. We've improved that as well. Support for right click. By the way, all of these features It's an entire page already here. That's insane. Okay, support for right click. Make the recording bar draggable so you can now own that real estate on the screen wherever you want. You can add rich text like line breaks to type steps. Support double click during recording. Rename a file before downloading and enter a variable, like I said, if you want. That's really good. Clear browser cache after each run. Disable steps. We talked about adding and managing Chrome profiles. That's pretty cool. Adding cookies. Great. We've improved the anti-browser detection side of it. Added web app to manage and do app automations. Added proxies, right? Again, we've commandeered a service and then we're just charging you what they charge us essentially. Or you can add your own. Improved smart AI scraping algorithm. That's a good one, Kyle. Anything to add with that one?
This made it so that scraping like social network feeds is a lot easier. The way we adjusted this is so that it uses kind of related items to build your list. So let's say that you want to scrape a news feed. You're going to be scraping like the author, the date it was posted, their profile photo, the content, how many likes, how many comments, etc. We basically use all of those scrape steps together so that it builds a better list so that it can find your information consistently.
Great. Guided step for variables while recording. That's pretty cool. So now when you essentially when you have a type step that you might want a variable in, we kind of catch you right after you record that step. That's like, hey, will this be a variable? So you can tag it for later. Push scrape single to Google Sheets or webhook during recording. That's cool. Not a list because what you said, Kyle, a list is kind of like the end of a flow, right? Versus
when you scrape a list, we use that more with the export features that we have, which is the send to webhook in Google Sheets. You're using scrape single most likely with apps because you're adding a single item at a time, at least most of the time.
Okay. Scraping images, that's really big. File uploads and file downloads. We added a change log and I put show. So you guys can go through all of this. This has like all the improvements, a lot of the stuff. And I'm just going to quickly go through all of this. And this just keeps going. I can't write. This just keeps going. Okay. And this is only just in the last few months since we've been doing this. So that's pretty impressive. And add all to live and add all live, right? So we've also added auto updates. I think we kind of had that early on. We've added hundreds of new articles and hundreds of YouTube videos. So if you just go here, right, and all of these videos have been added and more. We have 618 now videos. So help all the way around. Desktop recording. This is huge. This was a big thing that we promised we were going to get done by Q1, and we got it done the last day of Q1. We launched this. It is in beta, but we do have docs and videos, and Kyle is improving those. It works better on Mac than it does on Windows. But again, that we will be improving it just like we've shown you these improvements. And we will be adding a school community in the next week or two. So again, and much, much more like this and much more, as you see from the changelog. So this is kind of everything. We hope you enjoy this. We loved building our community, starting with AppSumo. We've added thousands of people. I think we added over 4,000 people during our last launch. So let's see if it can be outdone. Right, Kyle?
Not accounting for everybody they invited.
Oh, yeah, not accounting for that. Nice.
But yes.
Okay, so again, that is 20 minutes of what we've added since our last thing. So anything else you want to say, Kyle?
If you find a situation that doesn't work, then just let us know.
Yeah,
and
let us know.
Fix it, or there's going to be a workaround.
Yeah, right. So again, we're here. We're here for life. I made a promise. We're here for life. Okay. So enjoy it. Come in, be positive, stay positive. It's not a bug. It's an edge case. Let us know. We're here for you. I think we've delivered, you know, by the way. And we work 7 days a week to continue delivering. Meanwhile, there's frickin', dang it. I didn't want to swear. There's teams going out of business, you know, like, come on. And like trash talking people. We're not doing that, right? If you come in and you want to be negative, I think we're going to meet you, right? But again, it is something where it's like we've learned the power of community and we want to thank you guys. So thank you so much. We're happy to be forced to come back and we look forward to seeing the other side.